Good morning and welcome to this presentation by Ergonomics. This presentation is presented to HealthSmart, a small business in the Perth area selling health food products. So just on the agenda today, what I'd like to talk about is the purpose or the case summary, which we're in discussion about, the ergonomic assessment process as well, and how we've undertaken that, any findings and any recommendations which we'd like to put in place for HealthSmart. My name is Zane Cater. I'm an ergonomist at Ergonomics. Been in the industry for about 6 years and come across small businesses like this all the time who need assistance in this area. So as I said, look, the purpose of this presentation is to provide Jack Powers, he's the owner of HealthSmart, the results of an ergonomic assessment which we performed on the 15th of September on the shop manager Jill Brown. The background, look, Jack Powers is entering into retirement and he's left control of the health food business to his long-term manager Jill Brown. Jill's, I suppose, job profile, we can look at it in a few facets, where she's customer focused for about 4 hours per day, and for the other 4 hours of the day she's behind a computer invoicing and doing admin duties. She's had some discomforts, and she's mentioned that to Jack. She's got some discomfort in her back, wrists, her neck, whilst undertaking these office duties. The office setup is a bit of a makeshift office, I suppose. It's located at the back of the retail shop. It's also used to store some stock. No ergonomic assessment has ever been prepared on the office itself. So the ergonomic assessment process, look, I just want to run through very briefly what that is. So what is ergonomics? Well, put simply, it's the study of the interaction between people and machines and factors that affect their interaction. So the whole idea that we're looking to achieve here is, I suppose, the purpose to improve the performance of systems by improving human-machine interaction. And I suppose you could put the desk and Jill as an example of that. So why is it important? Well, musculoskeletal disorders is a term used to describe discomfort and pain felt in muscles, tendons and other soft tissues. Now, MSDs are a big issue in a lot of workplaces, especially office-based tasks where people are static and in awkward positions for very long periods of time. The checklist approach. Look, the most simple and basic way to conduct one of these assessments is through a very detailed checklist. It's standardised, it provides all the information that we want to assess and the key piece of information for that. So a bit of the summary of findings. And I've got some before and after photos here which we can briefly have a look at. So look, the first one, to be honest, was housekeeping and clutter. So look, we conducted an inspection of the office and noted that there was poor housekeeping and clutter. This meant that Jill's body position had to be in an awkward position as she put her feet around things and also her arms, etc., fitting onto the desk around other objects. The feet couldn't comfortably be placed under the desk. So the action required, look, the space is a premium, we understand that, it is a small business, but an effort needs to be made to keep the work area clean and tidy. Of course, as well, there's other hazards such as trip hazards, etc., which are presented by having an untidy work area. So you can see before and after, we've made an effort to get objects underneath the desk out of the way, and also the clutter on top of the desk, and you can see it's a lot more comfortable for Jill. The next item that we had a look at was the chair, the office chair. So we found that the office chair was too low, so Jill's knees were at less than 90 degrees to the floor. The desk position too far away, encouraging slouching, and the seat pan itself and the backrest couldn't be adjusted up and down as required to get her in a comfortable position. So you can see that before she's slouching forward, her shoulders are forward. After, by moving obstacles from under the desk, etc., we were able to get into a more comfortable position, back straight, and wrists in a comfortable position as well. I need to note, however, that in the interim this chair should be used, but really she needs to have a proper chair fitted up to suit her needs. For example, we couldn't see a 2-finger clearance, which is a simple check between herself and the seat pan, and it doesn't have adjustable back and tilt support. So look, that is going to do for the interim, but we need to make an investment in a proper chair for Jill. So when we did adjust the seat up, we felt pressure. Jill experienced pressure in the legs from newly adjusted chair height and the potential for a neck and shoulder strain due to the poor posture whilst referring to source documents and reading. So a lot of our task is obviously entering paperwork, entering invoices, and because of that she needs to constantly look down. So the action required for that is simply to get a few ergonomic aids, and this includes a document holder, which you can see there, very simple fix that automatically keeps the neck up, and also a footrest as well. As we've tried to increase the height of the chair that Jill is sitting at, because of her height we need to just keep those feet up, and a very simple footrest. I'll provide an example over there as well. So recommendations in total, what are they? I've obviously touched on them throughout this presentation, but potentially the most important thing to assist in ergonomic health is the office chair. It's a key component. We had a good look at her desk. The desk, when the clutter is removed, is of appropriate height. The computer monitor is at an appropriate height as well. So really it just came down to the chair and fitting it correctly to her body shape. So the current chair is not suited to support Jill appropriately. An investment in a good chair is fitted to her body will be invaluable to prevent the onset of aches and pains, which she's already starting to get. Ergonomic aids, as I mentioned, we don't need to make a massive investment in this, but very, very simple things that we can obtain are a footrest, and hopefully we'll get that footrest immediately, but will be even more improved when we get a proper ergonomically fitted chair. And also, that document reader, extremely simple, but makes a very, very big difference to the strain placed on the neck when constantly having to refer to documents down below. Housekeeping, look, it doesn't matter what workplace you go to, whether it be an office environment, whether it be a manufacturing business, it's extremely important to have excellent housekeeping. Really for Jill, it created obstacles where she couldn't get herself in a comfortable position. We've cleaned out that area, and really an emphasis needs to be placed on that. Plus additional trip hazards and all the rest of it, which can create a hazard to Jill. Look, stretching has proven to be extremely important when doing numerous amounts of bookwork. We've got some pre-made stretching cards which you can place on the wall, and it gives Jill the ability to stretch arms, necks, backs, wrists, legs, and basically promote mobility while she's doing that office work. And also, obviously, we'll conduct a follow-up consultation in about 6 months. So it's recommended that ergomates complete a follow-up consultation in 6 months' time to ensure that the symptoms have gone away. And that's it for myself. Look, we have, to support the information which we provided, we have made reference to key references which are able to support what we're saying within this presentation. And I've also been able to attach as an appendix the complete computer-based checklist or computer-based work checklist which we completed for Jill, which references all our conversations and observations which we had. But thank you very much. Jack, if you'd like to ask us any questions, please do so. But I think these things will make your workplace a lot more comfortable for Jill.